the live stream for Dishing on the Dietitian. Who doesn't love a delicious snack that that should satisfy you, right? But that snack doesn't have to sabotage your goals in any way. So let me show you how to have a delicious snack that will help you to stay on track. If this is something that interests you, definitely hit the subscribe button. But stay tuned. I'm going to show you things that you might expect and hopefully, some surprises, things that you might not, things that you may think are not going to help you to stay on track actually might. And so that's the beauty of today is I'm going to show you some fun ideas, things you expect, things you might not expect. Sometimes you want a snack that's easy, something that you can just grab and take. And sometimes you don't mind putting a little bit of prep in because you know the results will be delicious and yummy. I'm going to show you both here on the live stream of Dishing with the Dietitian. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so thrilled that you're joining me today. Let me introduce myself. My name is Debbie Kravitsky. I've been a registered dietitian for over 30 years. Currently, I'm a clinical dietitian at the Massachusetts General Hospital Cardiovascular Disease Prevention Center. I also have a private practice, and I consult with many corporations. I've appeared in national publications such as Harper's Bazaar and Family Circle magazine. I've also appeared in television. It gives me my greatest joy to be able to help you to reach your dietary goals by providing current, accurate, evidence-based nutrition information. Together, we will shop, we will cook, and I'll navigate the way. So if you're hungry, let's get started. The first thing I love to show you is some things just to prep. The minute you get home, I want you, any produce that you bought that requires a little cleaning or cutting, do it right away. So I want to show you that now. Also, I'm going to get you one thing out of my fridge. I have here some cut up strawberries. And so I have these fabulous, these containers. They just lock into place. They're wonderful. I got these at Bed Bath & Beyond, but you can really get them anywhere. And so all I do is I take my strawberries or whatever fruit I have, and I just load them up so that now I'm set up for the week. So here we go. All my strawberries are going right in. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And I'm good to go. Now these strawberries are going to serve multiple purposes. They're good for just a snack. They're also good. Let me show you one other treat with your strawberry that you may not think of. So give me a second. You know what? I have so many ideas, as many of you know me, aren't surprised to hear that that there's just too much, there's not enough room here for me. So I'm going to just show you really quick something that you may not think that you can have, which is kind of delicious. It is delicious. Look at that. Sometimes you get whipped cream and hardly any saturated fat. How do you like that? And all I have to do is, if I really want a yummy snack, is I take my strawberry, and you can see I've held it, and I'll shake it up. Oh my gosh, is that delicious? Yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm going to have a snack that's creamy. It's a little crunchy. It's cold and satisfying all at the same time. Sometimes I feel like I need forbidden fruit. Let me know if that's you too. So a couple of these won't sabotage my goals in any way, and I am having something that is completely and utterly delicious. I also take my vegetables that need a little prep, and I take them and I also cut them up, because let me know if this happens to you. If I buy something like watermelon, cantaloupe, and I leave it in my house, it goes bad. Strawberries, if I don't clean them and hull them, nobody else does, I can promise it to you, and they go bad. Let me know if that happens to you. So it's important for me to just do it straight out of the gate, so that then I'm setting myself up for success. I take a different size container. I've got red bell pepper strips, and look how good, don't they look delicious? And I, in particular, let me know if this is you, I'm looking for crunch. So these will totally do it. Now, I have these in my containers right in my fridge. How great is this? And then it's all good to go. I can see it's there. When you see things, it makes them much more accessible. And now I'm good. I'll put this in my fridge. Now I can use this as a snack. I can use this as a dipper. So sometimes I need to dip. Let me know if that's you. I love Trader Joe's. This is hysterical. I wish you guys could see what's to the right of me. It is like a grocery store to my right. I love Trader Joe's aioli garlic mustard. They call it their garlic mustard sauce. If you like mustard and you like garlic, let me tell you that this is the best. It is delicious. I also have baby carrots here that I also will put in a container because for me, let me know if this is the same for you, but for me, I love that they come peeled. You remember when carrots never came? I hate to date myself, but remember when carrots did not come peeled and you had to do it yourself and it was such a pain in the neck and you had the peels all over your sink? Let me know if you remember those days. And this was such an ingenious idea, these baby carrots. So what I do is, here they are, they're all loaded. Sometimes the bag gets full with water and it kind of throws me a little bit. So I take them out and I put a paper towel and I dry them and I put them in these containers, which will keep them nice and fresh. And sometimes when I just need something to dip and crunch, I will take my carrot, I dip it in the mustard, and I tell you guys, I can't even say enough. You need flavor. Flavor will satisfy you. This will do it. No calories here, nothing to really count. All these veggies, if you were going to ask me, is there any snack or anything that I can eat that would be totally free? It's going to be vegetables. I saw at Wegmans, for those of you who don't like to do this kind of prep at all, I would throw my son in this category. Wegmans has, and many other places do too, already cleaned, already cut celery sticks that are already in a sealed bag. If I open it up, I might put it in one of these. You could also put it in a Ziploc bag, but it's already cut. It's already cleaned. You are good to go straight out of the gate. So that would be wonderful. I also love salsa because veggies are free. So this is Whole Foods thick and chunky salsa. It comes like this, and it also comes hot. I don't do spicy. My daughter loves spicy. She would love the spicy. Me, that's not for me. But go with what you like. So this is a great one. I also love, while I was at Trader Joe's, I picked up a few things. This is their pico de gallo. Let me know if you like this. This is, you can see inside, it is just fresh cut up veggies. I love it. I think it is absolutely scrumptious. One way to use the pico de gallo is to take one of these long English cucumbers, cut it in half, and I took a spoon to take the seed out. The reason why I did that is so I could now have a cavity to make this a vessel for many things. I could put the Laughing Cow cheese in here. I love Laughing Cow cheese. Let me know if any of you are eating Laughing Cow cheese. It comes many flavors. This is the garlic and herb, my favorite. This Asiago, spicy pepper jack, whatever you like. But Laughing Cow cheese, I'm covering it up. Laughing Cow cheese is delicious at 35 calories a wedge. They are really yummy, and it'll give you a little bit of protein to hold you. You could fill this with Laughing Cow cheese. You could fill this with tuna fish. You could fill this with a crab meat salad. Yummy. You could slice it and then eat it so you go slower. If you cut into smaller portions, you go slower. But you could also fill it with the pico de gallo. Sometimes, let me know if this is you guys. Sometimes you're just in between stops. You just want a little something. You're not really hungry, you're just looking for something. This filled with a pico de gallo or with a salsa won't cost you anything for calories, but you got that crunch. I think a pickle would do the same under those circumstances. You're not looking to control blood sugars. You're just looking for just a little crunch. Have you ever had those feelings? So something like a bread and butter pickle, it's low in sodium. It'll give you the crunch. This is the Grillos, but you can get whatever kind you like. Bread and butter pickles are low in sodium, and that would totally work. If you're home, let me know if these are hitting any notes for you guys. because I'm curious to hear from you. If you're home, if you asked me, Deb, do you like kale? I'd say, no, let's have something else. But kale chips takes it to another level. If any of you know me, know I love crunch. Let me know if crunch is everything to you. It's got to have great flavor, but it also has to have crunch. Texture for me, let me know if this is for you. Texture is a very important part of my eating and whether or not I'm going to enjoy something or not. So these are kale chips. I want you to hear. Can you hear the crunch? Let me know if you hear. So what I did was I bought a bag of kale already cleaned, already cut. Don't have to do a thing. Take it out of the bag and put it on a piece of parchment paper or a piece of nonstick foil. Drizzle a little olive oil and sprinkle a little salt and toss it. For those of you who are much more adventurous than I am and who love spice, you could use saffron, you could use cumin, you could use turmeric. They're wonderful spices, rich in antioxidants. Toss it with this chili pepper. Yummy. Now look at this. It's delicious. I know my daughter's looking at me like, what? I didn't know you were going to be eating and not me. But they are delicious. I'm going to pass these over to her in case she wants. I just don't want us to hear the crunch because they are crunchy. Now, speaking of dipping, as you can tell, dipping is a thing for me. I love it. I want to show you some wonderful ideas that I think you are going to love. This is, when I get excited about something, I cannot wait to share it with you. So I'm going to show you this. These are nacho chips that you're going to make at home. In a typical bag of nachos, about 11 chips, 10 chips, 140, 160, 170 calories. Now watch, I'm going to give you nacho chips, but not for so many calories. I'm going to give you nacho chips for 60. I know, I said 60. And did I mention the part that I'm going to give you more chips for less calories? That's exactly what we're going to do. Welcome, Joseph's. This is Joseph's pocket bread. You find it in front of the deli, not with the bread. And what I've done is I take out the pocket bread. It looks like this. And I take a scissors and I'm cutting it into two. One on top of the other, two flats. Cut it in half, cut it in half, cut each half again, and you're going to have 16 chips. Right in the oven for about 5 minutes at 350. Watch it. You don't want it too done. It's not going to really take long. When it comes out of the oven, spray it with spray butter. I'm going to show you. This is right from the oven. Can you see? Spray it with spray butter. And the reason for the spray butter, and I can't believe it's not butter. I also have the Olivio spray. This is amazing. Less than a calorie of spray. It tastes exactly like butter. But this will act as a glue for what's to come next. And what's to come next is absolutely amazingly delicious. Let me know if you've tried it. It's by Trader Joe's. While I was there, I did pick up a few things. This is everything but the bagel sesame seasoning. Now, it has a little bit of salt in it, so go easy, because for me, I could taste the salt. Let me know if you've had it.
It literally tastes like an everything bagel. It's delicious.
It totally does. Did you hear, guys? It tastes like an everything bagel. It totally does. And here is your chip. But the 16 chips, not 10, 16 are not 140 calories or 160 calories, 60 calories. Oh my gosh, I'm having nacho chips for less. Now, because they're so low in calories, there are many, many things I can do with this. I can dip it in salsa. I can dip it in hummus. I have roasted red pepper hummus, and that would work delicious. It would be hearty and satisfying. And I also could put the mustard on it. It would be delicious. There are many, many things. I could take the Baby Bell cheese and melt it over the top. And then we have nachos. I mean, I'm getting all choked up. How delicious is that? So I'm gonna pass this over. She's gonna love it because she's gonna get any of this, which is great. Speaking of Joseph's, they have wonderful products. So let me show you something else I did with the pocket bread. With this pocket bread, sometimes you need a snack that will be hot and scrumptious. And this is, I made a grilled cheese. Yep, I made a grilled cheese. You don't think you can, but you can. It's actually one of the most well-watched videos on Dishing with the Dietitian. I'm going to open this up. I made this a little while ago. But can you see this cheese in there? Do you see how scrumptious that is? So what you do is you take the Baby Bell Light cheese, which looks like this, right? Am I upside down? Of course. Baby Bell, just make sure it's the light. See, it says light. The regular and light and the light look identical. So make sure it's the blue, that it says light. And you can see it's a thick round. So I just cut it into thinner rounds so it could melt more evenly. Put it inside your pocket bread in the toaster oven, and you can have a grilled cheese. How awesome is that? Half of this pocket is 30 calories. And if I use one Baby Bell, that's 50. That's 80 calorie snack. Yummy. My goal for you, for my guidelines for you for snacks is they should never not exceed 200 calories. Otherwise, you have past snack and you've gone into a meal. Unless your goal is to gain weight, then by all means, if that's you, go ahead. But if weight management is one of your goals, then don't let it go past 200 calories, depending on where you are on the, in terms of need for calories for weight maintenance or weight loss. Also should have things with the Joseph's to keep on the Joseph's is, who doesn't love pizza? Yes, pizza can be a snack as long as you watch your portions. So take Joseph's lavash. Just make sure I'm moving and not. So I want you to take Joseph's lavash. Here it is right here. This again, sold in front of the deli, not with all the breads. This whole thing is 120 calories. So I cut it in half to stay within my goals for calories with a snack. It's not a meal, it's a snack. So 120 calories, I cut it to 60. And now I took Rayo's pizza sauce right out of the jar. And because it's low in sodium, Rayo's is a restaurant in New York City. Their sauces are amazing. Some of them tend to be high in sodium, but not their pizza sauce. Then that Baby Bell cheese, yum. The trick with this is because you can see this pizza crust or this lavash is so thin that put it directly on your oven or toaster oven rack. If you don't, it won't crisp up. So right on, and it is delicious. You could have this, all of this, the bread, just the crust is going to be 60 calories. So together with 50 calories from a cheese, you can get to 110 calories and still have pizza. I mean, and if you need more cheese, go right ahead. But that is amazing. What do you think about that? Pretty darn good. Hi, Sue. How are you? I enjoyed your grilled cheese, also your pizza. Isn't that so? And no guilty. Not my guilty. No guilty at all because it's delicious. That's the whole point. We are removing the guilt and keeping the fun and the delicious. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So zero guilt. This is a zero guilt party. Sometimes you can have things that will be a little bit more caloric, but would be totally delicious. My daughter's favorite is avocado toast. So I wanted to just show you how she makes it. This is sourdough bread. I toasted it and then I rubbed it with a garlic clove. I do that because the nooks and crannies on the toast will act like a grater for the garlic and give great flavor to your bread. Try that. I think you're going to love it. I took half of an avocado. Avocados are calorie dense. They're a healthy fat, but they are calorie dense. But sometimes you need more of a snack. This is more to keep your blood sugar in control, or maybe you're
nice
not
breakfast.
It could be a breakfast with a poached egg on top because you want protein and carb as a combo. But sometimes also you've had a light lunch, maybe just a salad with a little tuna in it, and now you're not going to have dinner. If dinner's going to be late because you get some meetings, you might need more of a lunch, or maybe you're going to the gym and you need more of a lunch, more of a snack, excuse me, to hold you. So take your avocado, and what I'm doing here is I'm just smashing it with a fork. You're just making avocado toast. Look how awesome this is. Look at this. This is very fun. It's a little therapeutic. If you can think of anybody or anything you have to work out, this would be the way to do it. And look at that. In 2 seconds, you've got avocado toast. Now, following her directions, she takes the everything but the bagel sesame seasoning. So we're going to do this now. Here it is. And I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit on top, just enough to give you a little bit. And then she likes to top it. I told you she likes spicy. Let me know if you guys do.
I do more than that.
You do more seasoning than
Oh,
this?
yeah, a lot.
Oh, she does. So she likes a little bit more. I'm
Yep,
going
yep,
to
yep. There we go. Yep, that looks like what I do.
Okay, so here you go. You can see it here now. And she tops it with a little sriracha, a little chili sauce. So here's my sriracha. It's low in sodium. The sodium is only 75. If you recall, 140 is low sodium. And I'm just going to drizzle a little bit, maybe. Beauty of a live stream is it's live.
Is that a new one?
Nope. I guess you have to take this off. I just didn't want it to go all over. Nope. Okay. Yummy, yummy. Now, if you want protein with this to really hold you, you could poach an egg in the oven, in the microwave. Look at my one on breakfast, the live stream on breakfast. It'll show you how to poach an egg in your microwave. So you could do this at work, or you could buy at the store already hard-boiled eggs and slice them. So it's already done. Somebody like my son would need something like that easy. This is actually a ton of work for him. But this would work. So it has to be real, has to be something that you would do. Let me know. I'm so glad, Susan, that you make the grilled cheese and also the pizza. If any of you are on, let me know you're here. And also let me know if any of these are ideas that you would do. Now, I love peanut butter. I do. My mother was one heck of a cook. Peanut butter and jelly was her specialty. We all went to school with peanut butter and jelly. It wasn't such a big deal as it is today. There weren't a lot of nut allergies or any of that. But so if you follow the fat, you follow the calories. How long would it take any of you guys to eat 10 peanuts? How long does it take you to eat 10 peanuts?
5 seconds.
5 seconds. You're a slow eater. And that's 100 calories right then and there. So a little bit of peanuts give you a lot of calories. A little bit of peanut butter will give you a lot of calories. So this company called PB2 took those peanuts and they ground them down to a powder. They then extracted a third of the fat. When you open up the jar, and you can get this in any regular market, Stop and Shop has this, Shaw's has this. Somebody said they saw it in Costco, although I have not. And also Roach Brothers Sudbury Farms has this. You will not find this at Whole Foods. You will not find this at Trader Joe's. But when you open up the jar, do you see that powder? That's the powder that they ground the peanuts down to. So you're going to just take what you want. I'm going to try to do this live with you. You take what you want, and I just put a little bit in a cup. And you're going to add, I know, this is the hard part of them handcuffing me, that you really, why I need, if you guys can know anybody who would like to subscribe, or if somebody's watching new and they haven't yet done so, please subscribe to the channel so I can start to live stream from my mobile device. And you add a little water. If you add too much water, you'll add more powder. If it's too thick, add more water. And you're going to stir, and you're going to see I'm stirring, and it's turning.
Oh, Mary Ellen says Market Basket also has it.
Oh, and Market Basket, awesome. Do you know Market Basket is supposed to have the best prices, and it is the one market that is not really convenient to me, and that I have yet to go into, but it's supposed to have the best prices. So I'm so glad Market Basket
has it. Market Basket is also supposed to have delicious whole wheat bread. So I don't know, Mary Ellen, if you've tried that one, but it's they're supposed to have great breads. But lo and behold, you're going to have peanut butter. Only instead of 190 calories, you are going to go down to 60. So we're going to cut 130 calories. Now, I love bagels. Let me know if any of you love bagels. So I'll just take a Thomas's whole wheat bagel thin. It's a thin bagel, both halves, 110 calories. Get the whole grain, and then I'm going to put some peanut butter on it. I'll toast it because I don't know about you, but I love when the warmth melts that peanut butter a little bit, and I am good to go. If I want the peanut butter and jelly, my mother's specialty, I will use Stonewall Kitchen jam or jelly because they happen to be low in sugar. You can use Smucker's, has a no sugar jelly. I happen to get the Stonewall Kitchen, and you could have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or crackers or bagel as a snack. Isn't that amazing? I think that a peanut butter and jelly bagel sandwich would totally hold you and would be completely satisfying, particularly if you paired it with a fruit. Let me know if that works for you.
These kale chips are awesome.
My daughter is sitting here. I have been passing this food over to her, and she is, the reason why she's been a little quiet is because she's happy. She's loving the kale chips. Now, to go with your salsa or your mustard or your hummus or the PB2, let me show you some delicious crackers. Sourdough. I love the Wassa crackers. They come in all flavors. I happen to have picked up the sourdough. It will give me 8 grams of whole grain for 1 slice. So if I have 2 slices, I'll get the whole serving of whole
Those
grain.
are delicious.
You love these.
Love.
I do too. I love these. For me, it's comfort food with Laughing Cow cheese. Do they do other nuts? You know, they don't, Richard. Peanuts aren't allowed in your house. I'm so sorry. So you could, for full calories, you could do an almond butter. You also could do, these are, I think, these are RX butters. Let me just see if they have anything but peanut butter. These are still nuts.
They're almonds though, not peanuts.
No, they aren't. They're not.
Oh.
They're peanuts. So you could do an almond butter. You can't do any nut in your house. Can you do peanut butter peanuts or legume, not a nut? So let me know if you can do peanuts. But PB2 does this.
You said almonds are okay.
Almonds are okay.
So you could do Justin's.
So you could do a almond butter, and that would work. But you're just going to have to pay for it for calories. I know. Wouldn't it be a great idea, PB2? I think we should suggest it to them to do one with almonds so that they can appeal to more people. I think Richard, that'd be a great idea. They do a chocolate. It's supposed to be sort of like a Reese's, but for me, it's just a little sweeter. I didn't really get much of a chocolate flavor. If any of you out there listening has tried the chocolate, let me know. But they are both delicious. Other crackers that would go these are Lundberg thin stackers. They are Stop and Shop. They're also at Whole Foods. You can let me know, Mary Ellen, if you ever find these at Market Basket. But these are whole grain crackers, and they are brown rice cakes. If any of you eat rice cakes, make sure it's a brown rice cake, because if it's not, it's just going to be made from white rice, which is sort of like sugar. Oh, wait, guess what? The reason why we have a daughter and kids is to help you. So, Richard, they have RX, which makes bars. They make these nut butters. This one that I'm holding up is actually made from almonds. So they use egg whites, almonds, dates. That's it. And a serving size is one of these packs, which is probably about 2 tablespoons, 190 calories. So it's the same for calories. It's just flavored. So this is a vanilla almond butter. If that interests you, it's made from almonds. You also, Richard, could use sun butter. Sun butter is made from the sunflower plant, sun butter, and sunflower oil is actually a more effective oil than peanut oil is in lowering LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol. It's just that you have to pay for calories. But if lowering LDL cholesterol is one of your goals, then sun butter is a great choice and something that could come into the house and taste very similar to peanut butter. These, and you could put that as well, or peanut butter on the Lundberg Thin Stackers. Each big square is only 25 calories. You're welcome. And that would be fitting with the goal of 100 to 200 calories. Costco has a PB peanut butter. I didn't think so. So Mary Ellen is saying that Costco has a PB peanut butter
Their own version.
powder, but that it's not PB2. I thought I was under that impression as well. I happen to have tried a few other powdered peanut butters, and I've tried the Jif, but I actually think the PB2 tastes the best. But if you've tried something else that you like, go ahead and use it. Always check that they didn't add a lot of sugar. Kashi has these original 7-grain crackers. They are whole grain. They're also wonderful. If you don't want to make your own tortilla chips like I did with the Joseph pocket bread, then you certainly can buy them. Let me show you a trick. This is the Late July chia and quinoa cracker. I don't know if any of you have had these. My daughter's given me a thumbs up. She loves these. So these are really light tasting and delicious. They come in a few varieties. This is the chia and quinoa, and it will give you 30 grams. No, 20 grams. This is when your arms aren't long enough. 20 grams of whole grain in a serving. So 16 grams are a serving of whole grain. At 20, we're getting a little over serving and a half. And the reason why you would know that this is a whole grain tortilla chip is you look at the ingredient list. And what you're looking for in the ingredient list is the word whole. So corn is a whole grain, but it has to be whole corn. So you might look at tortilla chips, and it might be made from corn or corn flour, and you don't see anything on that whole package about the fact that corn is a whole grain. Why aren't they boasting whole grain? The reason why they're not boasting is because it isn't whole grain. You have to have the whole kernel, the whole corn to be a whole grain. So look for this word whole. It's got to be first. You can see here, this says organic whole. That's what we're looking for. And if they have something to boast about, they're happy to do so, and they will. And they will show you that the Whole Wheat Council has put their stamp on it because it did meet the criteria for a whole grain. And then you'll see how many grams of whole grain you'll get in a serving of these chips.
And no
that's how you
peanuts.
know. And no
There's
peanuts.
a little stamp.
Right, and peanut free. So this one could also come home free with you. Late July, also, they make many delicious crackers. They are the company that makes Cape Cod potato chips, by the way, and they also make these Cantina dippers. They are scrumptious. Again, whole grain. You'd see the word whole, and then just to confirm, you're going to see this whole grain stamp, and then we'll tell you how many grams of whole grain you're going to get in a serving. Now, how am I doing, you guys? Sometimes you want something hot. Let me just show you a few ideas that you may not think that you can have, that you can. One was the pizza. The other is the grilled cheese. You also could do, this is actually a white sweet potato. You could make sweet potato spears in your oven. The way I made these was, I have to do quick. You could put it in an oven, but it's going to sit there for an hour or 45 minutes to get soft enough. It's too hard to cut, I think, a raw potato into spears. So I put it in a microwave for 8 minutes, not to cook all the way through, because then I'm going to cut it into spears, cut it in half again, and then again. And you will have these spears. And then when it's just about done, but not quite, I drizzle with a little olive oil, sprinkle with a little salt in that oven to crisp up. And my son, this has his name all over it. Sometimes you just want a baked potato. So you can have a baked potato, be 160 calories. It'll totally fit. If you get a small potato, you'll go for less calories. Wash it, pierce it all over with a fork, 10 minutes on high, and you have a baked potato. it would just be scrumptious. Some people put salsa on their baked potato. Spray butter is what I put on my baked potato. You could take the Greek yogurt Fage Zero because it tastes just like sour cream and add some garlic and scallions. And that will give you the protein with this as a carbohydrate, as a protein carb combo. And that will help you to keep your blood sugars nice and even and steady, which to boot will keep you feeling full longer. And you can't believe you're having a baked potato as a snack. Oh my gosh, yummy, yummy, yummy. It's important to have things that sometimes it depends on your dieting personality, but sometimes it's important to have things that you don't think you can have that you can that will help you to stay on track. A baked potato is totally one of those. Another one of those is popcorn. I love popcorn, just so you know. So if you have a microwave or if you have an air popper, use your air popper. Put a measuring cup underneath the machine, and when it fills to 3 cups, pull the plug, you're done. 3 cups is a serving. Take a brown paper lunch bag. If you don't have a lunch bag, if you're like me, you've gone shopping in not that distant time. And so I took just one of these shopping bags, I cleaned it out, pour the dry kernels in, just enough to barely cover the bottom. And if you do more than one layer, they burn. Fold the bag twice. Look at that. It pops up in the bag. So you're going to put a scant layer so it doesn't burn. Then you're going to fold it, and in the microwave it goes. And I put mine on 2 minutes on high because this is a big bag. If it slows down, take it out. And here we go. I've got popcorn in the bag. How fun is that? No fat whatsoever. High fiber. I just told you whole corn is a whole grain. So popcorn is a whole corn kernel. This is a whole grain, and we've made it fat-free and yummy. I could spray butter on this, and that would be delicious. I also could use from Sur La Table, they have these popcorn seasonings. So there are many. The two I have, I have many. One is kettle corn. Another is Chicago Mix, which is a blend of cheddar cheese and kettle corn. My absolute favorite for me is the white cheddar. And my daughter loves this. Look at this, sour cream and onion. How fun is that? But they're really not going to add to your calories, but they are going to give you flavor. And it's the flavor, the taste, that will help you to stay satisfied. So you have a snack that you know you had and a snack that will be satisfying and yummy. One other cracker that I love to dip in that aioli mustard is by Crunchmaster. Now, these are gluten-free. They are made from brown rice. Brown rice happens to be gluten-free. Brown rice also happens to be a whole grain. So this is a whole grain, high fiber cracker. It is sold in the gluten-free section of your market. They come in many flavor combinations. I happen to love the original. And it is a great serving of whole grain, 18 grams of whole grain in a serving. And that's a little more than a serving. These ideas hitting it for you guys? Are they making you hungry? Are they getting you ready to maybe get some Tupperware or Ziplocs and fill them so that when you go grazing, you're set up for success? That's the goal of this live stream. So I hope I'm helping you out. Nuts are great because they come in that great package of fiber, and fiber is your friend. I met with somebody today who said, I know they have to be unsalted. Well, let me show you something that, again, sometimes you can have things that you don't think you can, but you can, and they won't derail you or sabotage your goals. Great. Hi, Eileen. I'm so glad this is helping and that these ideas are great ideas. Thank you for your feedback because it makes the world a difference for me. And that means that I'm on the right track trying to show you some fun things. So thanks so much. These are the salted variety of the nuts, and they are 80 milligrams of sodium in a serving. 140 is low sodium, and 80 milligrams, we are good. We are good to go. So these are great, but what you need to do is take a measuring cup and don't eat out of this bag because you won't know how much you ate, and you're going to eat it, and you can eat way too many. So that 170 times easily. We didn't do the line. So make sure that you measure these out and put them in Ziplocs so that then you take your Ziploc and you're good to go. I would suggest that with crackers and with tortillas that come in big bags, you should definitely put them in individual Ziplocs of the portion size that will help you to stay on track so that you don't eat out of the bag because it's just too easy. If you're buying popcorn already popped, like Boom Chicka Pop, Skinny Pop, they're all great choices. But if you open that bag, it's 700 calories for the bag. Forget about it. You think you just had a little popcorn and it was a healthy snack. Buy the 100-calorie bags. It's worth the extra money because then you'll see what the 100 calories looks like. And when you're finished, that's your stop. That gives you that pause. You can make your own trail mix. You can put whatever nuts you like. The cheapest calorie for nuts, by the way, is pistachios, where 10 peanuts are 100 calories, 25 pistachios are the same 100 calories. Cool Whip, light, good or bad? Good. What's interesting about Cool Whip, Susan, great question, is that Cool Whip used to be made with trans fats. But as you know, we've banned trans fats, the biggest bullies on the field for heart disease. And so now, Cool Whip in. Cool Whip good. Thumbs up for Cool Whip. So, yeah, you can use Cool Whip. And that would be fine. So if you don't have the aerosol whipped cream like I do, you could use Cool Whip. You could make your own trail mix with your own favorite nuts. This is by Fistacci. They roast their own nuts, low in sodium, packed full of flavor, always fresh and delicious. They come in these vacuum sealed packs. So again, measure them out. Don't eat out of this bag, and you will be good to go. So you could add whatever you like, but I think it's just easier for me, let me know about you, where I don't have tons and tons of time. I've got to put the time. Oh, you're welcome, Susan. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy all you guys are here because it's really helped. It really makes the live stream because we're all in this together. We're all walking the walk. So it's great to have all of you here.
And it's nice if anyone has a question because you can answer in real time.
And right, the beauty of the live stream is it's interactive. So when you ask me about the nuts, when you ask me about the Cool Whip, these are great because I can answer you live, and many people who watch this after the fact benefit from your questions, and it totally enriches the discussion to have you here. I think pairing any fruit with a nut is a great idea. Hi, Russell. Sabra hummus. Okay. It's great to have. So hummus is great. Sabra hummus should be great. Just make sure you watch portions because think about if you follow the fat, you follow the calories. Fats are the most concentrated source of calories we have. What I love about hummus is it's so hearty and satisfying. What you need to be mindful about hummus is a third of a cup is about 133 calories. If I had the same in salsa, it's 10. So depending on what your snack is doing for you, if you need it, because sometimes if you don't have something that's satisfying, then you keep going. So sometimes it's better just to have the hummus with a cracker or with your own tortilla chip like I made, or with a carrot, because it'll satisfy you and then you won't keep going. So depending on how hungry you are and what your snack is doing for you, Sabra hummus is great, totally great. And great question. Sometimes you don't, I'm going to share with you something, this will just stay with us. And that sometimes just to even wash a piece of fruit for my son is like way too much work. I said to him, he needs to marry somebody who's going to know how to cook. And he said, otherwise, he said, not to worry. If she doesn't know how to cook, he's pulling a Ray Romano. He's moving next door because I've totally spoiled him rotten. So sometimes just 100 calorie, my daughter is dying because she knows it's true and she can't believe I'm sharing. But I think, don't you think that it helps you?
In about 2 seconds, he's going to come down here to plead his case.
But don't you think that it helps you in a live stream to be real? That this isn't about perfect. This is about real, of what we're really dealing with in real life. So I think that it's only helpful if maybe this is you that I'm talking about, or maybe you love to cook, or let me know, because there are ways that you can have things that are easier that will help you to stay on track. So having, let me just make sure, having just an easy 100-calorie pack of raisins is great. Just make sure you brush your teeth. I did the live stream on dental care on the impact of food on your teeth, which totally impacts your overall health. So make sure. So on that front, on a better front, for your teeth. But you could pair any fruit with any nut. Peaches and walnuts go, or apricots and almonds or pistachios. Apricots and pistachios would go beautifully, and it would just be a great flavor profile. I love yogurt. It's a near perfect food because it's a combination of a carbohydrate and a protein built in one. But I also love crunch and texture. So this is the Dannon Light and Fit Greek 80. You could do the Fage Zero, or you could do the Dannon Oikos, or the Dannon Greek Zero, and just add some of those strawberries or some fruit to it. You have a yogurt parfait. It is completely scrumptious and it holds you. My brother-in-law came in one weekend and he came in, it was around 10 o'clock, and I thought, I know he's going out shopping for the day, and I know he's going to need something. So I made him a yogurt parfait and held him until lunch, and it was perfect. It wasn't a lot of fuss, it wasn't a lot of mess, it wasn't huge, but it was enough to hold him, keep his blood sugar nice and steady, and it's refreshing and delicious. So I'm hoping that these ideas are good for you. Have no more room in my kitchen. And the other thing with a video on snack is that I had everything I could do to keep my family from snacking on all of these because they are absolutely delicious. So I hope that you try these snack ideas. Some are quick and easy that you can just take from a bag. Others, or you could take out of a package and put some Laughing Cow cheese on there. You could also take your pocket bread and make pizza in a pocket, put a Rayo's pizza sauce and Baby Bell and toast it in the oven and a toaster oven. And you could do these things by leaving them at work and you're good to go. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I love to have a delicious snack. I never wanted to sabotage my goal or yours, but it does have to be delicious. It has to taste good, and it should have no more than 200 calories. Any questions or comments? If not, I want to thank you so much for joining me. I'm just keeping an eye just in case anybody has anything they want to add. But I want to thank you so much for joining me. Your comments so far have been really terrific and enriched the discussion live, which is wonderful. For those of you who have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. We have a live stream every other Tuesday, so we'll have one in 2 weeks. You're welcome, Eileen. Thank you so much for writing in. And if there's something that you would like me to do a live stream on, please let me know in the comment bar because I would be happy to do so. Almost every idea of a live stream has been on as a result of suggestions from all of you. So I'm happy to do so, and I look forward to seeing you.
Russell says thanks.
And Russell, thanks so much. So nice of you guys to write in like that. I really, really appreciate it. I want you to know. It does mean the world to me. So thank you so much. And together we're going to get there. So let's do it in a fun way that's easy, delicious, and satisfying. All right. Here's to all of you. Have a great night, everybody. I look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks on YouTube with Dishing with the Dietitian. Have a great one.